What is up, guys? It is Zane here, and today we're going to be looking at the Aparillo Synth, so let's just go. So pretty interesting first preset. We have a lot of crazy stuff going on. I found this synth doing research on, unique forms of synthesis, because I'm really just trying to get these next level sounds, and I think this synth has some potential. I've been messing around with it. I watched some video tutorials because, I'm trying to be informative in these reviews, but at the same time I want to have like my first reaction to stuff. But yeah, it's a really crazy synth, but to explain it simply, basically everything has its own unique feature, but these LFOs are the main things causing all these like movements going on, and it's connected to this ARP section up here. And you can just connect a lot of different things to these LFOs. It has some really beautiful types of presets though, and a pretty diverse selection. What about some basses though? And this orbit page is also very unique because you can basically move this thing and connect it with different areas. You can randomize the objects, the amounts inside the objects, the radius, because there's a radius to these circles, and if it's within this radius it'll have the effect enabled or not. And as you can see, just clicking the randomize button will get you, completely different sounds straight up. And yeah, there's just a lot of movement going on. We also have there's two main oscillators. You can enable it here, the second one. And you can basically edit the FM. The key though is linking the LFO and then turning this knob up, because as you can see now it's moving with the LFO, which is, a pretty lame movement. What if we try this one though? We'll connect it to LFO 1, and now we got all this movement going on. So basically how this synth works is basically it always plays 16 waveforms basically in unison whenever you press a button, and every line sticking up on here is a different, effect for the waveform. So like this is the first one, it's being slightly affected by the FM, and the 16th one is being, majorly affected. And that's how you can also get some really unique movement with this synth, and it's just, unique in that way. I really need FM in my synths though. It's pretty much a necessity at this point. Like I can't stand analog anymore. I really cannot. Like it's just too basic. Unless there's some like future level customization and movement you can get with the harmonics, but most synths are just really basic, and that's why I like this one, because there's just so much different stuff going on. And this page is still really cool too. When it comes to the effects page, it's quite basic, but you have a cool, types of reverb. You can get very wide with it. Standard delay, change the time. Sadly, you cannot modulate it with an LFO, which is kind of sad. You can change the pan, basically, which is cool. This one is more randomized, and you can see how they're being affected. And this thing is like this is like the unique, I guess, effect in this plugin. You just have to mess around with it. You can see if you get sounds you like or not. And then you just got a standard, filter. You can change it to like a saturated one or just a basic one. And you can modulate these, which is nice. The envelope page is pretty basic. I mean, it's just your standard like envelope for your sound. You can change it up how you want. And then this thing also edits kind of like the sound and effect almost. The jitter knob is pretty cool. It can make your sound go kind of crazy if you bump it up too high. The brightness, it just makes it a little lighter almost, like it adds some nice white end type. Let's try some pads though. I think this synth is extremely good for pads just because you can get a dynamic movement. Like there's just so much going on with this. Got some nice percussive elements as well, like some almost plucky type sounds. Let's try some sequences though. This is like where this synth really shines with just its crazy randomized. Like this jitter knob will make things go crazy in the LFO. Like look how the movement changes when we turn that up. We can change the phase, so where it's playing basically. And we can quantize it too, which will get it just, you know, quantized in a certain way. I like the gravitation knob because basically it just pulls them down. If you click this page, you can change the key of the ARP and how it's playing. So I'm holding it down. We can go diminished now. And we can change which notes are being affected by this. I'm gonna go with major though, and we'll go exponential. So we just completely changed the sound up. What if we attach this to LFO too? So, you know, you can just go really crazy with it. You can also get calculated if you want. I like messing around with LFO too because if you crank this S and H knob up, you can kind of get more calculated movement with how it is. You see this? I mean, it's not perfect every time you press the key. I mean, you can change how it triggers as well. These modes are extremely useful. If you just click the trigger mode, and if you click the FM mode, this button right here, you can just, you know, switch up the sound a lot as well very quickly. There's just a lot of different ways things are reacting. And I think it's just a really amazing synth, and it's unique, and I really like it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Please let me know about anything crazy or any art stuff. I'd really appreciate any info on some rare synths maybe, or just, you know, some cool tools for creating unique new type sounds. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to chase your dreams and just do what you love. Fuck the hate, for real. Like, I'm done with all bad vibes, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.